MVCC Hawks! This video will go over how to find a literary criticism article, a common requirement for English 102. A literary criticism is written by scholars. Usually it's an essay arguing some sort of point of view on a piece of literature. It could be examining the entire work of an author or a particular title, as well as characters or themes in literature. They are typically published in literary journals or chapters in books. Google is not the optimal place to search for literary criticism articles. The best place to find literary criticisms are the library databases. Let's start with the home page of the library website. Select Advanced Search. This will allow us to enter multiple keywords and specify how we want the search engine to retrieve results. In one field, enter your author's name. On another line, enter the word criticism. Make sure you spell your search words correctly. For criticism, change the Any field drop-down to Subject. This will help retrieve more relevant results, as literary criticisms typically have the word criticism in their subject field. If you're looking for a criticism of a specific work, you can also add the title of the work. After you click on Search, there will be a variety of types of sources in your results page. There will be videos, physical books, online books, and peer-reviewed journal articles, to name a few. Books or peer-reviewed articles will likely be the more helpful literary criticism sources for your paper. You can use the filters on the left-hand side to narrow down your results. If you're off campus and only want to view online material, you can choose Available Online. Browse your results. If you see something you like, select the title. There is usually a summary of the work in the description area. This will give you a better idea if this article is really worth your time looking at. If you want to view the full article, select one of the databases holding it. Some articles are listed only in one or two databases, and some are listed in several. So I'm just going to pick this EBSCO database. Now the database you select may look different from mine, but they all have the same general features. This EBSCO database has a PDF full text link, so I'm going to select that to view the article. After you read your article, and if you think you're going to use it in your essay, make sure you've saved the citation. The citation in EBSCO databases is this page icon. When you hover over it, it'll say Cite. And for English classes, you're going to want to use the MLA citation. So this is what you would copy and paste to put in your works cited list. Just make sure you do proofread it or have a librarian or writing tutor help you review it before turning it in, because databases don't always get citations correct. Let's try a different search. Book chapters can also be a literary criticism. If you're looking for a print book or an ebook, you can select Material Type and select Books. Any books that have the available online link will be an ebook, and any one that has the physical library with the call number will be a book that you have to go to the library to pick up. I'm interested in this one, so I'll select Available Online. And this is one of the databases holding the ebook, so I'll select that. Now ebooks can be several hundreds of pages long, so you're obviously not going to read the whole ebook. Usually a literary criticism will be a chapter of a book. So I'm just interested in the chapter talking about my short story. So I can review the table of contents and see which is the best chapter to review. For this database, you can also select Search Within and search for a keyword. And just like with my last article, there will be a Cite button, so I can save the citation. And I see with this one, I will have to modify this one because it put the author's first name first, followed by her last name. But in citations, the last name comes before the first name. It's also a good idea to explore individual databases. The search that I'm using right now searches many databases at once and also our physical library collection. But it doesn't search everything. So let's go to the database list. You can get to databases through that database's A to Z button at the top of the screen of the search or on the library's homepage. The library has over 100 different databases, but only a handful are good for literary criticisms. So to navigate to those, we can go to this All Subjects drop-down menu and select Literature and Language. Gale Literature is a great place to find literary criticism, so I'll go there. I can select Advanced Search, so I have more boxes to work with. I'm going to try to find criticisms about Willa Cather's titles. I could have also put a specific title that I was interested in, but I'm just going to leave it broad for now. So this database takes me directly to literary criticisms. I can see because it's underlined here and it's telling me I have hundreds of literary criticism essays to review. I could also look at biographies about the author or work overviews about some of her stories. If there's a particular work you're interested in, you could also select Search Within and put a keyword from the title that you're interested in. I'm going to select one of these articles. So this database looks very different from the last one. The article that it's referring to is going to be highlighted. An easier way to navigate it, you can search for a keyword within this article, and then that will direct you to the section of the article talking about that has that keyword. Let's also check out MLA International Bibliography. I'm going to search for the title of the work I'm trying to find a criticism about. Notice how I'm putting quotation marks around the title. That's another strategy to narrow down your results. Make sure the database is looking for that specific keyword. So you may come across a situation where there's not a PDF link available, but there might be a Find It button. So that's the database's way of trying to connect you to the full text. So the article may not be in this database, but it thinks it might be in another one. So I'm going to select Find It, just to give this a shot. And in this situation, it is not available in other databases, so I would have to request it from another library through interlibrary loan. But sometimes the Find It button does direct you to another database with the full text. But anytime you see the PDF full text, it means it is immediately available in this database. So I'm just going to highlight some of the tools in here. You can download the article, you can print it off, you can save it to your Google account, and you can also email it to yourself. And don't forget about the citation button. Humanities Source, JSTOR, they are also excellent databases to use for literary criticisms. I hope that gave you a better idea of how to find a literary criticism article. And don't forget, librarians are happy to help you find sources or do citations. If you go to Contact Us, there'll be a way to easily chat with us online, and you can also request a Zoom appointment. Thanks for watching.